Welcome to the fourth day of the 3-day weekends and 4 days entrepreneur challenge. This is Wade Galt here, and today we're talking about how we're going to put it all together and whether you can implement it in these exact 4 days or if you simply have the plan in the 4 days, how we can make sure you're creating your abundant and sustainable 3-day weekend, 4-day work week, or similar lifestyle as quickly as possible. On the first day, we talked about scheduling your ideal life and making sure you have time and make time for the highest quality relationships in your life, the activities you enjoy, and making sure that you have on your list those next 3 bucket list type experiences that you want to have in your life. And we talked about scheduling these events and making sure they are on your calendar, your smartphone, your desktop computer, whatever it is that you use, with alarms, with reminders, and that you do as many of these as possible to build the momentum and keep doing that. You build that habit. It might not happen right away, but as long as you keep moving forward progressively, you're going to do more and more of them. You're going to build the habit and it's going to become easier. In day 2, we talked about working 20% less and earning your same income or more. This is all about dropping the unproductive activities in your life, the unproductive expenses, and the unproductive projects, letting go of that stuff immediately, and then making sure that you replace that time with either high impact work or with quality time off so you enjoy life. The third day, we talked about 80-20 in your work schedule. That is making the most of your work schedule, gain the most amount of results in the least amount of time, and letting go of that work that's not as productive. So we want to make sure you're investing 60 to 80% of your time in your 3 highest impact, highest income, highest leverage activities or genius activities. Want you to postpone any of those projects that you know they're going to be opportunities that are great, but you know what? They're not ready right now. And in the next 90 days, you can't quite get them done. We'll push those back. We're not putting them away forever. We're just not doing them right now. And that you start to delegate 3 of the most significant time wasting or time using activities that are still important. You can't drop them. Maybe they're medium impact, maybe they're low impact, but they're low income activities. We want to help you get somebody doing that. And so you want to schedule those genius activities right away, again, with alarms as much as possible, even if you can only do 20% of your time in genius time for a few weeks. And then eventually you get to 30% and 40%, making it to where you're doing more of that over time. That's really one of the biggest keys to creating the income necessary to fund a 3-day weekend, 4-day work week lifestyle. And then delegating those low impact activities and rescheduling those 3 opportunities, pushing them back. Today, we're going to talk about working in a situation where you do not have Fridays that you're. Today, we're going to talk about stopping working Fridays forever. That might be something you want to do. There might be certain Fridays you still want to work, but creating a situation where if you want to, that's possible. Now, the way you make this happen is counterintuitive. It's not just about clearing out your schedule. It's actually primarily about finding something that's exciting enough to do on the Friday that it's worth it for you on those other days to free up your time. Put it a different way, if you can't find something exciting enough for you to do on a Friday or on a weekend day, you're just going to let your work blend into all the other days because why would it matter? It's not more fun. So once you get clear on this, what we need to do is have you figure out what are 3 things that you're going to do on a regular Friday. It doesn't have to be every Friday, but 3 things that are very important, very huge for you that are going to get you to want to take that time off. So in my case, playing beach volleyball or going to the beach with my kids or my wife, going out with friends, those are things that are an anchor, but specifically the volleyball on Fridays, there's a friend group I meet there, there's a certain time we play, so that makes it to where, you know what, I want to finish my work before then and enjoy that weekend. On Saturday, having, again, 3 things that you're going to do. In our case as a family, a lot of times we're spending quality time together. Maybe we have had kids' sports over the years. As our kids are getting older, we don't have that as much. We might go to the beach. We might do other activities. But again, we're putting those first. We're putting that before work. And those things are more enjoyable than work. Even though work can be very fun, these things are more enjoyable. And then on Sundays, in our case, that's our 3rd day of our 3-day weekend, is we're making sure we have family time together, whether it's extended family, dinner together, or just relaxing. Now, your 3 days might be different. It might not be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It might be different days. I certainly encourage you, if you can, to have those 3 days be in a row. This is all about you having a vision of something that's important enough that you're willing to hustle during the work week and focus and finish so you can enjoy these things. The same way if you're about to go on a big vacation, you would focus on your work, you'd kind of put your head down and make sure you get stuff done, and you'd get a surge of energy, you'd get a burst that would make you more productive. We want to do that every week. Every week when it's Thursday, we want to make sure you're closing out your week strong and knowing you're getting ready for a great weekend because you're excited about it and you're going to be able to enjoy that. And so to make this happen, again, complete the worksheet, schedule your weekends in your calendar, those activities, and again, use alarms, use reminders, and minimize your unnecessary expenses. Make sure you're living as essentially as possible. So there's a concept called minimalism where you minimize your expenses, and there's a concept called essentialism where you say, you know what, I'm not going to live in a way that is so focused on reducing expenses I don't enjoy life, but I am going to focus on what's just really essential. The more you can manage your expenses, the more it's going to be easier for you to afford your lifestyle, the more it's going to be easier for you to have more choices of jobs. If my lifestyle requires me to make $250,000 a year, that limits my job choices. If I can afford to live as a single person or as a family off of me making and or my spouse or partner making, let's say $50,000 a year each, then there's more options available, which makes it more likely I'll be able to do a job or work or in my business as an entrepreneur to be able to earn at a level that allows me to have more free time off. So as you do this, what I want to encourage you to do is slow down. A lot of people, when they come to the end of a 4-day challenge, obviously at some point I'm going to tell you, hey, there's other ways we can help you if necessary, but I don't want you to worry about how we can help you yet. I actually really do want you to first finish the challenge. And so if you know your why, your reason for doing this, if this is for time with your kids, your family, time to have enjoyment in life for you, complete the entire worksheet, schedule the events in your calendar, and automate this. In other words, as much as possible, automate yourself, your schedule, create a default week where for the most part, you're doing activities that you enjoy, and you start doing these activities. If you're able to enjoy the journey, enjoy the change, it's not always going to be perfect, and you persist, this might be all you need. You might not need more than this. For a lot of people, this concept, this worksheet right here, and if you do it every, let's say, 3 months or so, just this concept right here is enough of a North Star. It's enough of a guidepost to get you where you need to get. Obviously, there's more details, there's more mechanics, there's more strategy and tactics that need to happen there. But if this guides you, for some people, this is enough. And I know this because some of the people I've worked with and given talks to, they've just heard me speak and say, Wade, I got it. You know what? You helped me connect that my family and my free time is more important, and I'm just going to make it happen. Now, if you do need additional support, there are going to be ways that I can help you, and you'll see that there's ways you can learn more about that. So the first way is with the 3-Day Weekend Entrepreneur Playbook and Self-Study course. So the playbook is a book, and the self-study course helps you with some simple strategies so you can work at your pace. It's the lowest or the smallest money investment, and it teaches you 6 very simple strategies. It's a little more complex than what we've just done here over the 4 days, but it's sort of that one level of complexity higher, and it's focused on helping you achieve certain milestones. Something as simple as saying, you know what, this week I'm going to work 40 hours, then next week 39 hours, then next week 38 hours. Different tools like that where, again, sometimes it's not just strategy you need, it's just the discipline to say, I'm going to make this happen, I'm going to figure it out. And sometimes the intention behind it's plenty enough. And this is going to also help you minimize your financial outflows to make this happen. The second way it can help you is the 3-Day Weekend Entrepreneur Club coaching member community. And this is for people who are more looking for a 3 to 12 month timeline to implement this work, and they know they're going to need some support. Maybe you can't make it happen all the way or right away or so quickly. A lot of the times as entrepreneurs, we have so many things going on that technically, yeah, we could study the content in 3 or 4 hours or 5 hours or a 1-day workshop, but we know, you know what? I really more implement over time. So the member community allows you to get community support. There's some sort of weekly group call other than the couple weeks or so or a few weeks that I'm on vacation. And in those calls, we're going to focus on either question and answer or strategy or just office hours, other questions you have. The community provides the feedback and the feedback loop with support with other people. This is really set up to help you not just get there, but to maintain and sustain this lifestyle, building the habits and the system so you stay on track. You don't just do this once, you don't just have it for a while and lose it, but you keep it. I've had many clients I've worked with where they got the 3-day weekend lifestyle or the lifestyle they wanted, and I'd connect with them a couple years later and say, oh wait, gosh, you know what? I'm back to square one again. And as much as I like to kind of be one and done with clients, they said, you know what? I really need a framework. I need structure to make sure, and a support community to make sure I keep doing this. That's what this is perfect for. There's a third type of situation, and I think I sometimes fall into this category where you kind of need to lock me in a room to make things happen. And so the in-person launch workshop, it's a live in-person event. And what we do is we go through the strategy, the tactics, the game plan. You get a lot of in-person support. You get feedback from your peers, but you also get to understand and create your game plan and your strategy very quickly. And what this allows you to do is sort of tune out distractions and kind of get quiet a little bit. Sometimes we need to just disconnect from everything. We need a day or two or three to just really focus on what we need. And this allows for that, for you to get deeper, to get quiet, and be around other people who are going to encourage you to think bigger. If you really find that you think small sometimes, or you don't aim for big enough things, this is the type of event that's going to allow you the space and the time to make that happen. And then the last major intervention is the 12-week small group coaching accelerator, the 3-day weekends in 3 months. And this is sort of an in-between of the membership and the live event. So what this is it's a small group of people, usually 6 to 12 people. There's weekly milestones we're aiming at, and we get on a group call, a Zoom type call, a teleconference call, or a video teleconference call. And I'm sharing the strategy, I'm sharing the framework, but you get to hear more from the other people in the program. And there's sort of a natural accountability. A cohort is a group where you take a group of people, almost like a pledge class in a fraternity or a sorority, where it's a group of people and you're kind of working together through something. And what it allows is for you to know that, oh, wow, you know what? The group is at stage 3 or they're on time for week 3. I need to get caught up. So it's sort of a positive peer pressure to say, okay, let's make sure I'm on time with things. And if I'm falling behind, I can connect with other people. It facilitates this happening with weekly progress. If you're somebody that says, you know what, Wade, I'm that guy or that gal that I come back from a workshop and I'm all excited and then nothing happens. This is better for that situation. And so you're working on weekly goals, working on overcoming those obstacles. So each week we're learning something new, but we're also addressing what was the obstacle from the previous week. And you're getting a lot of group intelligence, you're getting momentum, you're able to leverage that to make things happen. Now, in all of these options, if you look at these, you say, Wade, you know what? I'm not even sure. I mean, for some people, you might say, wait, I'm just going to start with the simplest or least expensive intervention and see if I can make that happen. And if that doesn't, I'll upgrade. And by the way, if you ever do that, I'll give you credit towards whatever you invested on the first one. If intervention A didn't get it done for you, and you invest in intervention B, I'll make sure I've got discounts and incentives because I want to help you get there. I want to help millions of people make this happen. I certainly can't coach all of them personally, but I'm very committed to this. But you might just need some guidance. And you might just want to set aside some time and say, Wade, you know what? I'd like to talk to you for about a half hour and just talk about what it is that's going on. And what I asked you to do for this is something you can schedule this. And I require that you share your blueprint, what you've been working on during this challenge, or there's a different tool I'll use that you can share that allows you to let me know where you're at. So I don't just share some generic information. I want to be able to give you information about your exact situation and give you a realistic prognosis on what would happen if you did certain things, whether it's the book or the group coaching program or the membership or the live event, whatever it might be. So I hope you find this helpful. I look forward to helping you create this 3-day weekend, 4-day work week lifestyle as quickly as possible. If you haven't already, if you just got in on this or you missed some of the details, you can register for the challenge. Please make sure to let me know whatever I can do to serve you. Message me, email me, whatever it is. As always, look forward to helping you impact more people and make more money in less time doing what you do best so you can fully enjoy your family, your friends, your freedom, and your life. Let's do this. Let's help you create this lifestyle. It took me 22 years to make it happen. I've been enjoying it for almost 10 years now. It is so worth it. Let me know what I can do to serve you.